And good morning or good night, whatever it is, where you are. Let's see now. Yeah, as you can see, I am in my in a corner of my office, out of convenience, and because I have a comfortable chair right here, I sat down here, and hopefully you are not here for the image quality. I am sorry about that. We have people joining the chat. That's wonderful. This is, sort of unannounced. I got up very early, and I decided I will not do my writing today because I'm in a I won't bother you with all the details, but I was able to go straight to this live stream. So anyway, GB is here. Good to see you there, and lots of people. Wow, we have almost 100 people. Sorry about my scratching my nose. I need to trim my mustache because when I wake up, and this is funny, the mustache is all over the place. Okay, so yes, the title of this live stream, I think it's a clever title. If I have to say it myself, and I'll try to explain the Idiocracy. For those who don't know, the Idiocracy is what you call a country or a state, or where the people in charge are stupid, uneducated, and uneducated, not not in the way that school educated, but they are unable to educate themselves about the current situation, and they are plain stupid. And the people are sort of stupid as well, and stupidity is valued. That's what I define as the Idiocracy. And and also National Extrovert Day. In Norway, yesterday, that was Saturday night, or all Saturday, they did the reopening of Norway. I'll try to talk around the words that we're not supposed to mention. But basically, the government said that because of the poke given, the medication in the shoulder, some people use the code word Big Mac now. Because of that, now people are safe. And because of the poke in the shoulder, we can reopen, because the poke has been given to such at least that's what they say, such a high percentage of the population, they can reopen society. Northern Girl Hobbies, good to see you here. Good to have a moderator here. So there's a lot to be said about that, okay? There are still vulnerable people in the population, and they, at least, just to be very clear here, there are certain conditions that even if this medication is great, even if it was, I'm just, for the sake of the argument, even if it was that great, they will not be, certain people with certain conditions will not be much better off, and they are still exposed to the spread of the plague, if I can use that word. It's always difficult to talk about these things because I have to use certain words so that you understand, and I also have to avoid those words. So why reopen everything? Because you are exposing, well, those same people that we were supposed to, protect and all that. So there is no logic to this at all. And I've looked at the numbers. Certainly the numbers, I mean, if they couldn't reopen earlier, well, why do they do that now? The numbers doesn't add up for a reopening. They don't. Okay, I'll try not to get into the details, but basically what this is about is that they are saying, because now we have offered the Big Mac to the entire population, we can reopen society, and we will all be safe, which is not true. There's a lot to be said about this. There's a lot, but I won't do that here because it will just be taken down immediately, But anyway, yesterday they had, almost a state-announced party, and a party of the kind where a Norwegian-style drinking party in the streets with full-on, basically the king of Oslo, the little king of Oslo. No, he's not a king. He's the mayor. He thinks he's a king, maybe. But he said, well, or basically said, well, we're going to get drunk. And yeah, so it was on the TV, people dancing in the streets and hugging and all that, which, it is nice. Nice to see. But it's now the 26th of September, and this happened on the 25th, so we should see the curve going up in, I don't know, 10, 12 days from now. 8th or 9th, is that, of October, maybe. So that's how it is. And wow, we got a super chat here from Olivia. Thanks a lot. Very much appreciated. Thanks a lot. Wonderful. Okay, so can I also just hold on? Yeah, also say that, but the extrovert thing, of course. I'm not an extrovert. Big surprise. I'm an introvert. I'm very comfortable in my own company. If you're an extrovert, you probably have suffered now during the last 1.5+ year. And what I was seeing was a celebration of society going back to the extrovert society. We have, at least in my part of the world, we have had a society that value the extroverts, right? And it's almost like not almost, it has been ridiculing the introverts. We see that in school. The students are expected to be extroverts and have that kind of behavior. If you're an introvert in school, it will basically, well, probably affect your grades in a negative way. So I do not think that it is a good thing to go back to being a extrovert society. I do not think that's a good thing. It's not a healthy thing. And that was what I was seeing. So that's why I will call this, what happened yesterday, the National Extrovert Day in Norway. So let's take a look at the chat here. So let me know what you think. Are you seeing the same in your country or not? And of course, yeah, okay. I just spotted a comment here. Why are you for lockdowns but against vaccine? I almost said it. I'm not for lockdowns. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that what we were seeing was a celebration of being extrovert. Some people are extroverts, that's fine. But going back to that kind of society is not necessarily a good thing. And there was a kind of panic or a burst of energy, which is natural. But what I was seeing not only happiness, but I was also seeing a display of pain. But I guess you'd have to have a background as a therapist or something like that to be able to see that. Okay. No, hold on. Mr. Soundstar, well, thank you for the donation. Okay. Derek, yeah, well, Derek says, I'm for allowing society to develop on its own. Now, okay. I will not be able to respond to all the comments in the chat. But what I would like to say is that you can give me a super chat that in here in YouTube. It's made so that those super chats, they will pop up on the thing here, and I see those and I can respond to those. You can also become a member to this channel, and I do have exclusive members only live streams actually. So that's a possibility. Okay, well, Stephanie Gray, thanks for the donation. Your videos are comfort to me and help me to reflect better on what's going on. Well, thank you. And what can I say? I do my best, and this is therapeutic for me as well, I guess. Now, okay, hold on. I needed to get someone out of this. I thought I had. Sorry about this. Yeah, okay. I had to get. We always get some trolls here. I'll try not to. Yeah, okay. There was a delay there, but the troll is gone now. Those can be annoying. They ruin the chat, and people will normally leave the chat when we get too many trolls. So, Sir Wilter, thanks for the donation. Wonderful, thank you. I speaking of trolls, I did get some troll activity on my live stream yesterday, and what can I say? They were basically saying that it's not okay to make money or even ask for donations like the super chats. That's not okay. That's what the trolls were saying. I've also had people messaging me saying that being on YouTube is not a real job, and this and that and all that nonsense. And here's the thing, my personal finances are personal. How I make money is not the business of anyone else. Well, actually, it is the business of the state, because I pay taxes, of course. But it's not like I'm forcing anyone to be here in the live stream, or it's not like that. It's entirely, it's totally up to you. And also, as I've had, I mean, it's very strange, and I think it comes from envy. I do my best to keep an eye on all the comments, but the super chats do pop up, like this one now from Olivia Rackley. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate that, and I don't just say that. I truly do. It's strange. Making money should not be considered a sin. It shouldn't be considered a sin. And okay, let's move on. Yes, and also in all my video descriptions on all my 3 channels, you will find the charities that I support. It's in all the video descriptions, and it's just a scroll down that you can scroll down and you can see. I try to make a difference, and I do contribute quite a bit to charity. I don't talk about that very often, but I just wanted to mention it because it is in all the video descriptions. So, yeah, so basically, I think there are still people partying now. It's 6 o'clock, and well, maybe not so many, but I had my partner. She said last night that we should count 9 months from now, and we should see a rise, in childbirth, that day, because of the big national party that was yesterday. And then she said, or maybe not, because we do not know yet the effect of the Big Mac on fertility, right? So that's we will see, Olivia, thank you for that. I see your comment there. Very kind words. I'll do my best. So I thought that was very profound, actually, what she said there. And we will see. We will see what happens. I hope, of course, that everything will be fine with the people who had the Big Mac. I mean, that's what I'm hoping, basically, that all my skepticism will be proven wrong. That's what I hope for. But it's very unlikely that that this will all be fine. And I do think it's extremely foolish for a government, like they did here in Norway, to announce that it's over, we're back to normal. As I've said many times, we are never going back to normal. And why is that? Well, there are mainly two reasons. First of all the tools are in place for changing your life in a matter of hours. All the tools are in place, and also the mentality of the people has changed dramatically. So we are never going back to normal. Mark Monahan, thanks a lot for the donation from Kansas in the USA. Dorothy's covering blew off in a tornado, and a total bit. I can't read all the words. Well, thanks a lot for the donation. It's insane how the censorship here. It's insane. Dawn Marie is here. Wonderful, great to see you. Now, what's going on? Sometimes very often interesting stuff pops up in the chat, and I'll try to comment on that. Okay. Thank you for mentioning that, Lincoln. Yeah, the membership will give you access to the members-only live streams. Yeah. Have you ever considered moving to the United States? Yes, on a daily basis, I do that. Right now, I think. Well, let me talk a little bit about that. I really want to, because I think in the future there will be more room for people like us there. And but I think it's scary what your current administration is doing. So the part about freedom is, right now it doesn't look so good. The other guy, Trump, he was Trump, but at least it during his presidency, and before that, things looked like, the USA is the country of the free and the brave. I don't see that so much in Norway. And now the Norwegian population has proven that they are very good at following orders, not so good at thinking for themselves. The tax level, I've talked about that, here in Norway is going to get even worse. And it's just like, I don't want that. It's not fair. So yes, I am absolutely considering moving to the United States. And I would move to somewhere near the coast. That's important to me. Alaska it's sort of on the other side of the continent, so I would prefer on the eastern coast, because all my family is in Norway. So it's closer. It will be closer there, but I don't know yet. I really like Alaska. I've never been there, but obviously it's for if you like nature, and it's but I would have to look further into that. Arion Gross, thanks for the donation. Hold on, I'll scroll up there. Arion says, I will go to all extremes to stop the Big Mac from going into my kids. Would you be open to doing a live chat with both of us in the bush? It would be cool to do a live stream in the woods. I'm absolutely open to that. I would have to look a bit into how to do that. Okay, let me scroll down here. And thank you for the donation if I didn't say so already. Okay, Outdoors with James. Welcome as a member. Wonderful. And thank you. Okay, American Nordic is here. Wonderful. Now I'm trying to find. Sir Wilter says I recommend moving to Alaska. We are a secret safe haven from all those things we're not supposed to talk about. Alaska, it's been in a dream since I was a boy. I had to go to Alaska. John says, try Alaska, very similar weather and very few communists. I have to tell you, I have been looking at buying land, far from everything, and having a house or a cabin on that land. It seems like almost impossible to do that in Norway because of the prices. Everything can be done, of course, but the prices are just through the roof, and it's getting worse and worse almost by the day. And then I saw on TV some guy who had built his own log cabin far out into the bush there in I think it was Alaska. And that was just, I was looking at that, and that's paradise. Okay, trying to. I forgot my glasses as well. That's stupid. Okay. Let's see now. If you like the coast, go to Alaska. Everywhere else is left wing. So Alaska is like a right wing place then. Okay, Northern Girl Hobbies. Can I just say to everyone here that you can go and check out her channel. It's the name in at least to me it's in blue here. Yeah, here I am. I'm pointing here at the screen with my marker here, but you can't see that, of course. But Northern Girl Hobbies. You can find her on that's her or on YouTube. So And also, American Nordic, can you write, if you want to, the address to your channel here in the chat? Bush Radical on YouTube, I know that channel, absolutely. So, yeah, it's good to see also in the chat that people are getting to know each other there. And also, just spotting another comment. So a travel Alaska vid today, governor said you can get the Big Mac if you want. Exactly. You know, that's the only correct and decent thing to say. You can do that if you want. And that should be all. Okay. Fuster Clock. I don't suppose you could cover buried survival catches in one of your videos sometime. The more you bury, the less you have to carry out there. Yes, exactly. I have plans for such a video. I actually do. And I have to get that done before winter, because during winter it gets really difficult to dig. So yes, and thank you for the donation. Hold on. Miles, thank you for the donation. Many new countries will be born from this world conflict. Could be, absolutely. Hold on. Crazy ferret lady is saying, are you gaining weight, Bjorn? No pun intended, but you need to stay healthy. Obesity isn't good at all. I'm not gaining weight. I wish I was. But no, I'm not gaining weight. I hope to gain some weight because of my diet, my meat diet. So I hope to start gaining weight again. That would help my lifting in the gym, you know. But I'm not gaining weight now. I have to eat more. Obesity isn't good at all. Exactly. Yeah. I'm talking about building muscle, of course. Gaining weight for me is the same as building muscle. Well, that should be the goal if you're gaining weight. Well, obviously, you don't want to gain weight by adding fat to your body, right? Okay. So, okay. It is the lighting. Yeah, maybe I'll look fat in this lighting. Yeah, maybe. So now, I find it amusing that they are, yeah, sorry about the screen. I have the laptop on my lap, so it's wobbling about a little bit. It's all your hair. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. No, I should eat more. Actually, it's interesting because people think that they need to eat less, but many people who suffer, if I can use such a word, from obesity, they should eat more of the stuff that they need, and they don't get enough of the stuff that they need, and that's one of the reasons why they eat so much, if that makes any sense. And we have this crazy thing with carbs in our society. It's insane. We were never meant to eat that much carbs. So, but yeah, meat is the worst. I understand that's what they're saying. It's so unhealthy. Yeah. No, it's not. It's unhealthy to eat like 500 grams of carbs every day. That's unhealthy. But yeah, I don't want to get into that too much. So, well, Joseph Norton, thank you for the donation. And Jeffrey Kroll, thank you as well for the donation there. Yeah, American Nordic says, Nature's Ambience is the Nature channel. Please make sure it's displaying in high definition or 4K. YouTube is displaying it low definition. This is not how they are to be viewed, says American Nordic. Exactly. And here is the link as well to that YouTube channel. Dawn Maria, thank you for the donation. 507 Platoon, thanks a lot for the donation. And okay. Yes. Now, so for everyone who are just joining now, I see there are people who have joined now recently to the live streams. I'll just quickly recap. I hope that's the word. We had in Norway a reopening of Norway. That was yesterday, and it was almost like the state of Norway announced a drunken street party, national drunken street party, which I won't get into details on that. You can scroll back to the start where I explained my thoughts about that. And it's the extroverts that are they have suffered a lot, and I'm not an extrovert, so I'm an introvert, and but that's beside the point. It's just a funny thing in a way to call this the National Extrovert Day, because the behavior was very extrovert, and that's okay. If we look at the numbers, this doesn't add up, and it will not end well. Let me just say that. Okay. And as someone asked me, are you supporting lockdowns? No, I don't. It's just that the reasoning that they give the Norwegian government for opening is not founded on proper science. So there needs to be some logic to this, and it's not. Okay. But you can go back to the start of this live stream if you want to. And my explanation there. Martin Schillen, thank you for the donation. Okay. So, yeah. I want to get a little bit into what we have learned during the last 1.5 year or more than that now about people. To summarize, I'm very disappointed. I shouldn't be surprised. But the thing is that people are so good at following orders, and they seem happier doing that. Not everyone, of course. Most of you guys, well, or all of you guys, you're not like that, but people have been so obedient, and they see virtue in that obedience. They see themselves as the heroes. They go and get what we now call the Big Mac, and they see themselves as heroes for doing that. As I've always said, well, if you want to do that, if you think that's the best option, that's the best thing to do, I think you should do that. But do not consider yourself a hero, and do not view yourself as better than other people. So I'm disappointed. I shouldn't be surprised, because this is human nature, I guess, and that's how it is. But what I have learned about myself, or not learned about myself, but what I have figured out finally, is that I do not at all want to be part of this. There is no feeling of community on my behalf. There is nothing. I do not feel any fellowship with the people out there. It's like I'm one of those people who have lost a lot of money on this, and some of the money I've lost because I chose to talk about this here on YouTube on my main channel. That has harmed my main channel a lot. And yeah, I know there are people who are saying that, well, you do that to get the views. No. Well, actually, yes, you for a few hours you get maybe more views sometimes, but then YouTube will just shut everything down. So it does harm your channel if you talk about these things. But it's important. I had to do that. So yeah, I want to get away from all this. I do not see why I should stay as part of this society as someone who is going to pay for everything. Now, me and my partner, we work a lot, and we are both 49 years old now, and so it's not unnatural that we have a high income, and especially combined. But can you imagine the tax level? It's just through the roof, and now it's going to get higher because of the new government. Why? So why would we stay? Why would we stay? I do not see any virtue in paying for all this nonsense. But anyway, Crazy Ferret Lady, great name there, says, I eat lots of carbs and oils trying to gain weight. So skinny I don't even have a shadow. Well, thank you for those kind words, also that you write there. And yes, absolutely, carbs and oils, that's absolutely great for gaining weight. And Yupper Viking, thank you for the donation there. It says that they can't stop what is coming. We know, and they know. We know, and they will never be able to show their faces again. The world will rise together. I hope so. I hope so. GB says, I totally thought you were 48. I think you added a year, man. Well, No, I'm actually 49. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah, right now, says Sylvia, I believe Australia and Canada are suffering the most. So here's an interesting thing, right? Have you noticed that this problem seems to move from place to place? Now, people, they have like the memory of goldfish, but can you go, if you go back a few months, Australia was great. You know that they were doing great. And this has, of course, much more to do with the leaders, or the so-called leaders, than it has to do with numbers and the thing we shouldn't talk about. Um, I would not be surprised if, like, for instance, the Nordic countries go back into strict lockdowns. I would not be surprised. And I also think that the reopening was done, partly at least, because the government that lost the election, they do not want to be remembered as the people who closed everything down. So they reopened just before the new government takes over, and the new government will be a socialist government, and they have a tradition for being a lot harsher with they do not value personal freedom as much. So we have that to look forward to. That's going to be fun, I guess. BB, thanks for the donation. Resist tyranny. Can't read the rest there, but yes. Okay. Rick Mountains says that this is my 8th month since I eliminated my smartphone. It wasn't easy. I had withdrawals, but so glad I did it. Yes, and also Christopher is asking, what countries have you considered moving to? I have considered Sweden and the USA, mainly. And also moving to other parts of Norway, but because of the level of taxes and everything, Norway is not going to work out. Okay, I'm going to end this live stream very soon now, and I hope you enjoyed it. I just wanted to give you some information about this awkward thing with the National Drunken Street Party, and here in Norway. So no, Norway is not in lockdown. They reopened yesterday. So yeah, and I won't get into that again, but it's yeah. No, American Nordic says the real the real plague rice. Plague rice, that doesn't make sense, but I'm trying to avoid certain words. Came after everyone went out and got Big Macs. And they told everyone to get back out. Yes, exactly. Exactly. So I expect the curve to point sharply upwards in about 10 years or something like that from now. Yeah. Okay. So at 4 p.m. the plague yesterday the plague miraculously disappeared. Yeah. So okay, that's all for now. Yeah, also if you like this live stream, then hit the like button, and also if you want to, you can go, of course, and watch my new video that was yesterday's video, well, yesterday for me here in Norway, last night, on the main channel. Yeah, so that's all for now. Hope you enjoyed the live stream, and we'll talk soon. Okay, bye.